amazing and live. All right. Hit the button, let everybody in. Yep. Here we go. Here we go. Are y'all still feeling drum rolls? Sorry, I was looking for a drum roll emoji for that.
I was trying to find one. I just couldn't fast enough.
I couldn't find it either. I was trying to do it for you when you said that. I was looking like crazy and took me all over the place. Happy Tuesday, everybody. Wow. If you were on the last call with Rory and I and everybody else, then your adrenaline is still sky high. And you're hearing drum rolls too. What a great time. That was fun. It really was fun. I wish I knew some of those names so I could personally congratulate them, but congratulated everybody anyway. Happy Tuesday, happy Tuesday. How many new people we have in here? We got some extra things popping up. What is this? Don't need that. Close it. Don't know what it was. I'm sure our note takers will be here in a minute. Rael and Dina, you'll take care of that. Thank you very much. And we'll just keep hitting this button for a second. Let this large group of people in. And then we'll get rolling here. Happy Tuesday, everybody. Where's all the smiling faces at? Let's see who's got their smile on tonight. Renee Chat, good job. Joan, good job. And she did one of these too. Great. Excellent day, Robin. Thank you. Good smiles, Tammy. Good smiles. Yes, Karen. Great. Everybody, get your smile on. Stacy, good job. Angie, there you go. Who can do it? Who can give us the biggest smile tonight? I want to see a smile so big we can't see the rest of your head. How's that?
That's Jenny.
Fantastical. I love seeing all the happy smiling faces. And if you were smiling, I'd have to think of something to make you laugh because I love seeing people laugh. I love hearing people laugh and seeing people smile. Happy Tuesday, everyone. I don't know about you, but there's just a lot of energy in the air, and I feel so alive today. I've had a fantastic day. I mean, I wake up every day, and I tell myself, it's going to be a great day. Dina and I just look at each other and say, it's going to be a great day. Yes, it is. It's going to be a great day. And we both had a fantastic day today. Busier than ever, but it was great. And as we passed each other in the hall a couple of times, we both still had our smile on this big because we were having a great day. So it was pretty good. Happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday. John, good to see you made it on here. John, I'm so glad to see that you got a computer again and you're back in the mix. Brandy, I'm glad you're feeling good and you're back in the mix. Love seeing these faces. And once I turn the microphone over to our CEO, I'll be moving all my people over to the front screen like I like to do. Make sure you're taking notes. I'm watching. I love doing it. So welcome, everybody. Happy Tuesday. Welcome to the RRR247 podcast, episode number 17. Yep, I might have mixed up the numbers last week, but we are definitely, and I just confirmed it with Rory a couple minutes ago, we are on number 17 and rolling. So happy Tuesday and welcome to all the brand new people. Listen, if you're brand new, there's a lot of things happening. There's a lot of goodness going on. There's a lot of great additions happening right now, and it's going to be like that for the next several weeks, according to Rory. There's so much energy and so many things happening, and it's going to do nothing but increase your business and help you make more money. So I want you to write this down if you're brand new. Anna, I think you're brand new. I've never seen you before. If not, welcome anyway. But yeah. I want you to write this down. Never miss a Tuesday night call. Do yourself that favor. Write it down on some Post-it notes. Stick it on each side of your screen, on the top of your screen. Put it somewhere on your office wall hanging around you where you can see it until it just becomes a part of your regular Tuesday DMO. And that is never miss the Tuesday night call. Why? Why now? Why should we never miss that Tuesday night call? I can see Riley got that look on his face right now going, now why? Why are Tuesday nights so important? Here's why. Because every big announcement that you need to control your rate of success, to help you be even more successful, every big announcement, and anytime Rory and Tanya are going to add something to the system to help you grow, to help you expand another country, to help you get plugged in, to get more friction points out of the way, to help you get more momentum, and help you make more money. A product, a service, a tool, anything, it's always going to be added on Tuesday nights. Never any other night of the week, just Tuesday night. And then you'll see some of the leadership touching on it and doing some training on Thursday night. And then Rory will go in depth to do a really good training on Saturday. launch it, announce it on Tuesday, train on Thursday night from one of the MSIs or leaders of the company, and then Rory will train in depth on Saturday. That's your schedule. Tuesday night is the most important one. You want to get the announcements. Thursday, extra fantastic training by a lot of good people. Saturday, our CEO, Mr. Rory Rickard, on there Saturday from 11 a.m. Eastern to 1 p.m. Eastern every Saturday in there. You're never going to meet another CEO doing this. 3 or 4 nights a week, he's on our calls, doing the work, putting in the time, training, teaching, doing everything that he's telling us that we need to do, right? He's in the trenches with us, doing everything we need to do to take this company to the next level and help everybody hit their goals. You're not going to find another CEO anywhere else like that. Tuesday night's the big night. What else happens on Tuesday nights that we're excited about? Ellen, what happens on Tuesday nights? All the brand new people we get to meet, right? All the new faces, all the new names. We love seeing that. Every Tuesday, there's somewhere between 10 and 30 brand new people. And I have a funny feeling we're going to pass that 30 mark here real soon, Stacy. We're going to start consistently going over 30. I can just feel that energy, feel what's happening in the whole organization. It's beautiful. So we love hearing from the brand new people. We love to know that you made it on. Whoever got you here would love to know that you made it on. If Stacy invited you, she wants to hear your name. Andy invited you, he wants to hear your name. And if Dina invited you, Lisa, Angie invited you, anybody, whoever got you here, they would love to hear your name and know that you made it on. And Rory would love to hear your name and Tanya for the very first time. So if you're brand new, now's your chance to say hello and let all of us welcome you to the team. Click on that little microphone in the lower left-hand corner or hit the space bar on your keyboard. Say hello, and don't forget to say what state you're calling in from, because we love to see that too. And welcome to the call.
Hello, my name is Anna Vasquez, and I am new. Thomas was the one that brought me in, Thomas Fitzgerald. I'm from New York.
Fantastic. Upstate or the city?
Upstate New York.
Upstate. Can I say go Bills?
Go ahead.
No, go Bills. Welcome, Anna. Glad you're here. Glad you made it. Fantastic. Welcome to the team. Anybody else? What is all this crazy stuff popping up over here on the side? Zoom's doing some funny stuff. Let me hit a couple buttons here. Make sure all the settings are correct.
I don't know if you can hear me or not. Hi.
I can hear you.
My name is Chelsea.
Where are you calling in from?
I live in Florida.
South Florida, right?
Brought me in.
Yeah, South Florida. Advisor. Yep. Welcome, Chelsea. Glad you made it on. I've heard some great things about you already. So I look forward to meeting you personally and hearing your story and helping you. Welcome to the team. Welcome to RRR247, the big team. Here you get to meet everybody now. So welcome. Glad you made it. Anybody else?
There is in the chat a Robin from Michigan.
Welcome, Robin. Glad you made it.
And then let me see if there's any other ones. There's a Michael. He says hello.
Welcome, Michael. Glad you made it.
Oh, and then Andy says Sylvester is there, but there's no location. So he's just on.
That's okay. Well, we're still glad they made it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Fantastic. You're from one of these great states or the countries that were listed, because we are global and we are expanding in. There's Joel in Canada in the middle of our screen. We've got other people in different countries on the screen. I know Australia's probably here, even though it's nice and early in the morning for them. They're on the call somewhere. You might see them get a sound off now that I called them out. We'll see. But we are global, right? We're actually in like 85 different countries. And I think I heard Rory or Costa or somebody say we're going to expand in like 200 countries by the end of the year. That's pretty big. We are global, Anna. This is not just the United States, not just my state, your state, and a couple other states. We're a nice global organization. And the more longer you're here, the more excited you're going to get, and the more you're going to realize, wow, I don't know how I found this. It was some kind of divine guidance maybe or something, but I'm sure glad I found it. You're going to feel that energy real soon, especially if it's your first week now and all the things happening. So welcome, everybody. Welcome. RRR247 podcast episode number 17. We are rolling. Yes, I got the numbers mixed up last week. Joel, I got that right now. I confirmed it with Rory. We are definitely on 17 this week, and we will be on 18 next week. And that's a beautiful thing, knowing that we're rolling that fast. These last 17 weeks seem to just go like this because there's so many great things happening. It's hard to even stop and think about, what we did yesterday. We're just what we're going to do tomorrow and what happened today. And that's a pretty good feeling. That's probably why I woke up this morning and looked at Dina and went, it's going to be a great day. Yes, it is, dear. It's going to be a great day. And it did turn out to be a great day, didn't it, Dina?
Yep.
Awesome day. So welcome, everybody. And again, RRR247 podcast, episode 17. Listen, this is the big night. It's Tuesday night. All the big announcements are going to happen on Tuesday nights. Everything you need for your business will be given to you, launched, added on Tuesday nights. Anytime Rory and Tanya are going to add something, a product, a service, a tool, anything inside your pages that you can use to build your business, expand in other countries, hit your goals, whatever they are, just make more money. That all that kind of stuff is added on Tuesday nights only, never any other night of the week. So never, Chelsea, you writing this down? Never miss a Tuesday night call. Never miss a Tuesday night call. Put it on a Post-it note and stick it on the side of your computer. Never miss a Tuesday night call. This is when Rory's going to give you all the big stuff. And then, of course, on Thursdays, Stacy or somebody is going to be training. One of the MSIs will be training on whatever Rory launches or talks about on the Tuesday. And then on Saturday, Rory's going to go into in-depth training on the same topic from 11 a.m. to 1 in the afternoon. He'll be in here training, working, just like the rest of us, helping build the organization, helping you become an online marketer, helping you become a good family member, and helping you hit all your goals. But we also love hearing from the brand new people. And it's 9 o'clock on the button, so I'm going to have to say last call, too. Every week, somewhere between 10 and 30. Right now, we're sitting at 5. We're not shy and unmuted. Anna, Chelsea, and a few others. I want to hear from some more. Where are the rest of the new people? I see them coming in over on the side, but I'm not. Maybe you don't know how to unmute yet. If you're brand new, we want to hear you. We want to hear. We want to say hello. We want to welcome you. And we love seeing all the different states being represented as well. Click on the microphone in the lower left-hand corner of your Zoom screen, or hit that space bar on your keyboard. Say hello. Don't forget us.
Mike,
Go ahead, Rashawn.
City.
Hello.
Mike, where from? Where
Mike
from,
from
Mike?
Kansas City. Mike from Kansas
Kansas
City.
City's in the house. Fantastic. Thanks, Mike. Go ahead,
Yeah.
Cynthia. Cynthia White. Oh, Buffalo, upstate New York. Buffalo, New York. Yeah.
Buffalo, New York. Hello, everyone.
And last week was your first week, but glad you got on again tonight.
Yeah.
Rasan, go ahead. I didn't get to hear you, all three of you unmuted at the same time. Okay, so Rasan, Mike, and Cynthia, all three of you came on at the same time. Welcome, big welcome to all three of you. Glad you're here. Welcome to the team, and good to see you made it on. Adam, go ahead.
Hi, everybody. This is my first Tuesday night meeting officially.
Fantastic.
Yeah, I came to observe
Welcome.
others, but this is
Where are you calling in from?
Dallas, Fort Worth, Texas. North Texas.
Fantastic. Beautiful place to be. Going through some storms there. I hope that's over for you real soon. But what a beautiful, it's my second favorite city to visit in because that's where I met my lovely wife, and she's from just east of there. She's a Texas girl, believe it or not. Even though I am a Buffalo Bills fan, Cynthia, from that area, from the 716, I actually married a girl from Texas, and she's a Cowboy fan. I got a giant flag hanging in my house that says "House Divided." We have a blaster in football season. It's a beautiful thing. So welcome, glad you made it. And I say that's my second favorite city because that's where I met her. My first favorite city. What? Anybody want to guess where that's at?
Buffalo?
Yeah. No, you're right. Wherever she's at, that's my favorite city. Whatever city she's in. So right now it's right here where we're at in Central Florida, and we're having a blast building this together. We get up every day. We start our day with smiles on and just go, who do we get to help today? What are we going to do? What do we got going on? What do we want to cover in study hall? What do we want to train on? Who do we got on the calendar? Who's up next? Because we're going to help somebody today. And that's how we live our life. And it's a beautiful feeling every single day. So welcome, you guys. That was last call that was at least 10. We did hit 10. So whoever the 10th person was, I think it was Cynthia. Welcome. You made my story true. Every week, somewhere between 10 and 30 new people. Now, I know there's a couple more on there that just got shy, haven't unmuted. Maybe they will next week. Or maybe they're on their phones and they don't know how to unmute. There's 10 to 30 new people joining this team every single week. And I see the numbers through Rory, what's coming in every week. So I know there's a lot more than 10 this week. Welcome to every single one of you, whether you unmuted or not. We've already got the recording going for you guys that's being stored for you in case you have some of your team members that don't make it on. Personal welcome from me. My name is Niall Eddy. For those of you I have not met, and as I said, I'm in Central Florida with the love of my life over there. Well, for me, she's over there. I don't know where she is on your screen, but she's there somewhere, building this great business and then taking Rory and Janie's dream out to the rest of the world together, and we absolutely love it. Brian Saunderson in chat says, "Go Bills, baby, go!" Fantastic. There's another Bills fan on here, Cynthia, somewhere. We're going to have to find out who Brian is and meet him. So listen, yeah, I've been in this industry for 35 years now, and guess what? I've worked with the Rickers for 30 of those 35 years. I've been here for 35. I've worked with him for 30 of those 35 years, and it's incredible what happened. I am an ex-carpenter. I used to build homes in Western New York. Hurt my back really bad. Went back to school to be retrained as an aviation mechanic. I thought that was my dream. That was my passion. I was going to work on aircraft for the rest of my life. And I didn't want to go into airlines. I wanted to go general aviation, work on a small aircraft because it wasn't just remove and replace. I got to take a plane apart and put it back together. That's what I was in that industry for. So I went back to school with a wife and 3 kids. It wasn't easy. It wasn't just tough on me either. It was tough on the kids too. So I'm that dad who barely got to see his kids, right? I was lucky if I got home in time for dinner. And I give a kiss on the forehead, tell them to brush your teeth and go to bed and do it again. I was missing so much. But while I was back in school is when I was introduced to this industry. And I thought, wow, this is great. Something caught my eye and my attention like never before because I've seen this stuff, right? My whole family was always in some kind of direct sales or organization. And I've seen it many times, but I didn't think it was for me. I didn't think it was, big career level stuff. I thought it was like weekend warrior money, I used to call it back then, right? But this one really got my attention. I thought, interesting. Maybe it was just the right time in my life because it wasn't that different, but I was seeing it differently, if that makes any sense at all. I took a good look at this and I thought, I think we could make some money here. And if I could just make an extra 500 or $1,000 a month to, spoil my kids more on the weekends while I went to school, that'd be great. So I dove into it. I made that much the first month. I just poured my heart and soul into it. And I hit my goal the first month. And I'm that kind of guy that does this all the time, Cynthia. It must be a Western New York mentality or something. And I went, geez, if I can make 1,000, I can make 2. If I can make 2, I can make 4. I always think that way, right? So when I made $1,000 first month, I decided I was just going to go to work and double that for the second month. And I did it. I hit that. And I thought, I really got a hold of something good here. But I kept working that business while I was going to school. I finished school. I went to work at the airport. I was only there for like 8 months. And I came home one day, looked at my wife, and I said, you know what? I think I'm going to go to work today at the airport. And I'm going to turn in my 3-week notice. Yeah, her eyes got that big too, right? And I said, we're making way too much money, having too much fun at this part-time business for me to go to work and turn a wrench on the aircraft to clock in for somebody else anymore. I'm going to go give him my notice. And I did. And he was so happy that I was giving him a notice. No, he wasn't. He was so upset that I was giving him a notice after getting those letters of recommendation coming to work there. He said, if that's what's really happened and you feel that way, you can take your toolbox and quit today. I got that big smile on my face that I've had for the last 35 years. And I said, thanks, Dave. Shook his hand and I left, and I've been home ever since. This industry opened up some doors for me I never knew existed. It turned my entire life around. It changed the direction of my life. I dove in full time. I decided I was going to be a student of this industry and a student of the system that we were working at the time, and I was going to outwork everybody else until I figured out what I was doing, because I didn't know what I was doing. I was going to outwork everybody else. I was going to do twice as much as they did until I figured out what I was doing, right? I was going to make up in efforts what I lacked in understanding and knowledge and wisdom of the whole thing. And I went to work and I gave it everything that I had. I was full time now and I had to pour it in because I had to make it work. I just quit that job at the airport and I had to make this work. So I just poured in and made that decision. I'm going to make this work. I met some other people. I seen what they were doing. I interviewed quite a few of them. I found out the common thread between them and all the successful people in the business and me, the new person who's just getting started and not making a whole lot of money like they are. The only difference between us was they were doing it longer. And even they said that. They didn't know what they were doing in the beginning either. They just dove in, became a student of it, and worked really hard at it and study a little bit and try to get a little bit better each day. And after getting their time in, they were exactly where they wanted to be. I'm a big believer in this. What one man can do, another man can do. Or what one person can do, another person can do, right? So that's exactly what I did. I looked at the top 10 successful people, figured out what they were doing, applied that to the system that I was working at the time, and gave it as much effort as I could. And I started passing a lot of other people in the industry that had been around for a long time. And that was all because I made that decision that I was going to be the best student that I could be, the best student of the industry and the best student of the system that we were working at the time. I was young. I didn't know what I was doing. I wanted to advertise all over the country because back then, Mike, we were doing snail mail, mailing stuff through the mail all the time, right? We didn't have any technology we had today. And I needed a voicemail that could take a lot of volume. And everybody said, you need to go talk to Rory right now. Go talk to Rory Rickard right now. He's got the voicemail. He's going to set you up. So I did. I called the company. I asked for Rory. They put him on the phone. I met this young guy just out of high school that had a lot of energy, but also a lot of passion for what he had put together. He had a big love for helping other people, especially entrepreneurs, and he had a big love for mass communication, like I've never seen before, except for a couple of Army years, right? Mass communication just wasn't a civilian thing at that time in our lives, but Rory had that love and he had that passion, and he got that from his grandpa. You'll hear his story. You read the book, I'm sure. Hopefully, if you haven't read the book, you'll get it. He liked mass communication, and he did hook me up with a good voicemail. It took all the volume I could throw at it, but here's what it did: something very unique that none of us ever seen before. As I built a network of people around the country, 25, 50, 75, 100,000 people and growing, I could put a message on that system, 1, 2, 3, 4 minutes long, whatever I needed, and shoot it out to everybody at the same time. It went to everybody's voicemail at the same time as we were building that network. No internet. This was 1992. No internet, no cell phones. We didn't have email. We could do all the stuff that we do today. We got to do this through the phone company because of this kid named Rory with a techie brain extraordinaire. I call him. We call him, what did I say the other day? The geek extraordinaire. What is that? He calls himself the self-proclaimed nerd, super nerd, or something like that. That techie software brain that just gets this stuff. For this stuff to him is like as easy as us washing our hands, right? Making sure we get the back of our hand. That's kind of funny. He knows the internet like he knows the back of his hand. Pretty good. That just came to me. I might have been, it was funnier in my head maybe, but he understood the internet. He understood all of this, SEO and online marketing and keywording and how all this stuff works on the internet. When the internet did come out in '93, he left the phone company. He got online full time when all of us were able to start having the internet at home. It wasn't just a military thing anymore. We got to bring those computers to our home offices or our kitchen countertops even. Excuse me. And Rory went online and found his niche. He is now the first online guru creating a lead generation company to supply all of the entrepreneurs that are looking for leads, and there were many of us all over the planet, right? And he built the #1 lead generation company on the planet. He still holds that title today. But guess what? He doesn't sell those leads anymore. If he's still doing it and he's not selling them, what does he do with them, Stacy? He invests them into you, right? Those leads, all of that effort, all of that, everything that he's created, those daily leads that are coming in, he invests into you. Free. He doesn't charge for his leads anymore. All he asks is that you use those leads to build your business, you pay it forward to somebody else and help them. That's your payment for those leads that he can generate every day. Pay it forward and help somebody else. Help as many other families as you can. So incredible things happened once we got online. And I'm telling you, when he first told me, get a computer, let's go online, I told him he was crazy. I didn't want nothing to do with it. I don't know computers. I didn't grow up with computers. They certainly didn't have them in my high school when I went to school. And I want nothing to do with it. Then basically because I was afraid of it, right? But he was a good enough guy to just take the time. First he laughed, and then he took the time to teach me and talk to me and make me see things clearly and tell me what you did in the United States was pretty good. Well, why can't we do that in all these other countries too? And I'm thinking the first words that hit my head were generational wealth. Wow, why don't we build in all these other countries instead of just giving my kids a good life? Maybe I can build something to pass on to my grandkids or my great grandkids. Or even my great grandkids, because I might not retire for another 80 years, Kim. I don't know. I might be around here for a little while, right? But that's what we're building. So he went online, became the first lead generation company. What else did we need back then? A website. We needed someplace we could drive traffic to where people can read the information about the product or service or company, whatever we were marketing at that time. And there was other companies out there doing it. They were doing a good job. They would drive in traffic to a website. 1 in 50 people would actually fill out a form and say, yes, I'm interested. Give me a call, right? Or email me. The really, really good ones, and they were expensive. We're getting 1 in 25 visitors go to the website, fill out a form, and say they want to be contacted. Rory didn't think that was good enough. So he was going to try his hand at building websites. And he did. And he got 1 in 10. And we thought, there's this genius guy again. It's amazing what he can do, right? Wasn't good enough for him. He tweaked it. He added some more stuff. He put more technology in there. He's putting pages behind the pages. That's when all the second generation stuff was starting to come out. And he got it down to 1 in 5. I'm telling you, nobody knows how to do what this guy knows how to do. Nobody can produce the quality of leads he can produce. Nobody can produce the quantity of leads he produced. And obviously, he proved himself to be an incredible website builder. And all of that has turned into the performance blogging system that you guys get into today. One page, plethora of products and services that we get to take to the marketplace, have a positive impact on everybody else's life while we're building incredible business for ourselves that is legacy income, residual income. It's something we can pass on to our kids someday. Does it get any better than that? When I say this industry opened up doors for me I never knew existed, I had no idea. I remember being in the industry somewhere around 2 or 3 years, and I look back one day, and Angie, I look you in the eyes when I say this. I called Rory and I said, do you realize I'm getting checks out of 17 or 18 different countries, and I've never been to that country, and I don't speak their language? And that's what he laughed at, thunderous laugh of his one more time, and went, I'm glad you finally get the internet, right? And you understand what's happening here. And we've just done incredible things since then. And I wake up every day, I pinch myself, I smile to my wife, and I say, we're blessed to be here. We know some fantastic people, because it didn't just open up those kind of financial doors for me. It allowed me to meet people I never would have met before. I was meeting people all over the world that I never would have met as a carpenter in Western New York or an aviation mechanic over in Central New York. It never would have happened. But because of this industry, I was able to meet some incredible people globally. And I feel blessed every day that I made that decision to walk away, and I made the decision to dive in and go full time. So you're gonna run into a lot of things here. There's a lot of exciting things happening. There's a lot of even new additions coming. The new things might not be so confusing to you because it's brand new to all of us, right? Some of us have been around for a while, might see some of the new things as a little confusing. We got to get it all figured out, get it back into our daily methods. But for you, it's not something new. It's just new because you've never done it before. And I want you to just make this promise to yourself. I'm going to say this out loud or write it down, put it up on the wall. I'm going to be the best student I can be every single day. I'm going to be the best student that I can be, because by being the best student, it's going to turn you into being one of the best instructors and allow you to go out in the world and help more people. And helping more people is what we're all about. Paying it forward is what we're all about, right? Jim Rose said something to me 25, 30 years ago. Now the true legends on this planet are the people who figure out the ways to help the most other people. That meant everything to me. That meant everything to Rory. That's the philosophy that dwells inside of him. That's the philosophy that dwells inside of me. I don't never focus on the money. Where's it coming from? I don't know. Sometimes it is coming from places I don't even know where it's coming from. But I don't focus on the money. I focus on people. Who do I get to help today? And the more people we help every single day, money just comes to you. It hunts you down like a dog. Make a decision to become the best student you can be of this industry. Become the best student of the service and the system that we're working. Follow those steps to the T. Don't deviate. Don't try to reinvent the wheel. Follow the steps like everybody before you, and whatever your goals are, it doesn't matter if it takes you 6 days, 6 weeks, 6 months, or 6 years to get there. You're going to get there as long as you don't make the only one mistake you can make. What do you think that mistake is, Chelsea? Give up on yourself and quit. That's the only mistake you can make here. If you give up on yourself and quit, I promise you, you're not going to hit your goals. You're not going to do much of anything if you quit, right? But if you don't quit, you'll hear Rory say this one too, another one of our favorite Jim Rohn quotes. Those who stick around get paid. I promise you, Cynthia, those who stick around get paid. Right? This guy with a construction background and aviation background and no marketing background went in there and made a lot of dreams come true and gave my family a great life because I believed in it. My belief system was where it needed to be. And I became a student of what we were doing. And I put forth as much effort as I can. And I never gave up on myself. There are many days in the early years where I thought, why am I working this hard? Why am I doing this? And I said, oh yeah. I'd look at my why that's written on the wall, or my why, the pictures that were hanging on the wall. That child, that child, that child, that child. That's why I'm doing it. That's my why. That's why I get up. That's why I put forth all this effort. And I said, nope, I ain't quitting. I'm not giving up on myself. If that guy can make the kind of money I've seen, trust me, I've seen some people walking across the stage that might have quit school in fifth grade and they were making a whole lot of money. And I thought, if they can make that kind of money, again, what one person can do, another person can do, right? Then I can make that kind of money too. And I never gave up on myself. And, you know, when I met Rory 30 years ago, I seen that kind of energy in him. I went to Miami and shook his hand, looked at his eyes for the first time, like a year or two after meeting him. And I seen one of those good guys, but one of those guys with that laser focus, had a mission, had a dream, believed in it 100%, and knew that he was going to make this happen. Even though when there was others out there telling it wasn't going to work, don't do it. He believed in it, and his wife believed in it, and they made it happen. But when there's a bunch of people like Angie and Kim and Stacy and some of the people you see on this front screen, when they seen that vision, they bought in 100%. That belief system was everything. And what'd you say, Stacy? No matter what, I'm not going to give up on myself and quit. What she did quit after a couple of years of being here was the job that was holding her back, and then she started to take off and explode. Excuse me. Still allergy season down here in Florida, or that Sahara dust, the desert dust, or whatever it is, or smoke coming down from Canada. I don't know. It feels like allergy season hasn't left, and it should have been gone a long time ago. Yeah, so this industry will bring all your dreams, all your goals, whatever it is that you came here for. If you just came here to make an extra 500,000 a month like me, great. Welcome to the team. We're going to help you do that. If you came here to make that much a week, great. Welcome to the team. We got all the tools. We're going to help you do that. If you came to make 10 times that and make it a full-time career like Stacy, myself, and Dina, and Angie, and so many other people that you're going to meet here, great. Welcome to the team. We've got all the tools to help you do that as well. So on behalf of every part of the leadership here, welcome to RRR247. We welcome you with open arms. Glad you're here to go help take this system, this tool out to the rest of the world and look for families who need a hand up and give them that hand up. And give them something to look forward to. Give them something they can build time freedom and financial freedom and whatever it is they came here for. I'm blessed to be a part of it. I've known Roy and Tanya for 3 decades now. I call him my brother. I call her my sister. We are family. They know my kids. I know their kids. Dina and I love traveling the world with them. We love, chartering a boat and going fishing everywhere we go. That's a promise Roy and I made to each other 30 years ago. We're still doing it today. Charter a boat and go fishing wherever we can. Without any further delay, you guys, the CEO that still gets in there and works just as hard, if not harder, than all the rest of us here. The guy that is invested 100% of his life, his character, and his mind to help you build whatever your dreams, whatever you can conceive. My brother, our mentor, our CEO, co-founder of RRR247, Rory Rickard. The microphone is yours. Where you at? I see you this time. Right there on the top. Good job.
All right. Thanks, Niall. And you guys, I got to tell you, we had a whole different thing planned for tonight. It happens a lot. And I got to tell you, it's freaking awesome that we're not going to cover it because, well, let me tell you the story. So you guys all know we got teachable.world that we were rolling out because we got an incredible course to teach people how to do SEO at a very high professional level. And you guys have all, I think, met Daniel. If you're brand new, you haven't met him yet, but we have Daniel Goncalves. He's a dear friend, and I got to tell you, he's someone that I met because of the industry as well. When I was taking my voicemail company around the world, is he here? No, I'm just gonna, yeah, we're gonna do a little bit of celebration today.
He might be hiding somewhere. I don't see him.
Well, he wasn't gonna come on tonight, and it's a weird time zone for him, right? He's in Australia, so technically he's like 14 hours ahead. So it's like, oh yeah, he might be. He's up probably going. He was with me until about 4 o'clock today. So
it's almost lunchtime there, right?
Yeah, but I'm not sure he's even. I mean, yeah, I mean, I kept him up until like 8 in the morning his time.
I've seen that. Yep.
So what I'm going to say though is we got Teachable World, and you guys, Daniel is the reason why we have the new CRM. He and I built that from the ground up and maintain it. He just made a couple of improvements in there today. I was going to cover this in the instructor call, so I'm just going to do it really quick and we'll cover it more. We allocate when there's a bad number and we deem a bad number that it cannot receive a text message. It's not, it might be a landline. It might be a non-text receiving number. There's a lot of issues. And it works about 5% of our leads have that. So they get moved into a alternate number in the thing. So if you don't see a phone number, that lead still might have a number that can be called. Landline or whatever else. It's a brand new thing. It happened today. We'll cover it more. And I'm gonna kind of go full circle. But anyway, he's got this course and he's got the content built. He's spent a lot of time to get it built. And we're going to get everybody walking through the understanding of SEO, how to really utilize rank math. And then you can go right into the advanced part of it. This is what we talked about. It's been ready for weeks. It's just some things just didn't sit right. And Daniel is he like attracts like. He and I have been dear close friends. I was the best man at his wedding years ago. I met his, wife. I met him when I was like 19, 20 years old. I think I was 20, probably 20. It was one of my first trips to Australia. And he was working for the company that I was a vendor for. And we just hit it off. And he literally ran my division of my company out there for several years, and then we branched off into other business together, and we have the tutoring company together, and he's just got an incredible mind. And I just got to tell you, like, we get a lot done. It's a very fun world, and you track that. But I got to tell you, this course system, we're going to a whole new one. I've been on it, and we could have gone with that, and it's all ready to go. But we're going to switch to something even better. There is a way better course technology, and it opens up our future even bigger than where we were before. So we're going to delay the release of that for that new system. You guys need to understand it, because this is another revenue stream for everyone. Okay, so I'm gonna go over this, and then I might even go to drawing pictures again, because I need you guys to visually understand what's happening right now. I told you guys when we launched that new CRM that it gave me my ability to knock out the marketing wish list that I've had for years. And we are. And I'm about to show you guys something, and I want to explain it because it's coming soon. When I say coming soon, I mean we're days away. I will be working on it tonight. I'm so excited to share it. I might share it with our Millionaire Course attendees tonight. I might release it there. And it's you guys, I really want to break down the philosophy, because I can't just download my brain to you, but I can walk you through some things. And our Tuesdays, these are our business calls, right? And I'm gonna unveil something that means a lot more income potential for everybody here. More income potential, not more business overhead. Okay, now, and I'm also looking at some interesting tweaks in some things, and I'm looking at it all, and I'm like, wow, I mean, it's really cool where we're progressing, and I have to just like streamline some things. Is we want to keep the process of what we do as simple as possible. Okay. But we also want to take advantage of all the high tech that's coming out and implement it where we can do it. So there is, you guys, I talked about courses, and you guys, we do things in partnership. You guys are our partners. Okay. I do something that I don't think any other company would do. And that is I find revenue sources and I share them with my partners. All right. There is one revenue source that we don't share, and if we did, it would be a negative one, and that's the actual hosting. And I want to bring this up. I've had a lot. It's the hosting, and The hosting and the memes, I'm going to go over that. The hosting and the memes, both what we do, I need to talk about this. We subsidize both of them. We hosting, you guys, you know, round it up and call it $20 a month. The hosting that we're running, nobody could do it for $20 a month outside of us. There's just no way. It's impossible. The speed, not to mention all the tech support and the backup support and everything we have for the hacker support to fight that and protect it. And the reason why we did this is I wanted to keep the overhead as low as possible. And when we rolled out the new CRM, we dropped from like $450 a month for those that were doing exactly what I do. We dropped down to as little as $180. Okay. Now, our biggest expenses used to be services that we paid for that we didn't make any money on. Some of them had like a one-time like commission or a referral bonus one time. We turned everything into a revenue share. So, I'm going to just stress that PBS Vortex, we combined so many other services and put it into it, but we moved to the new. All right, you guys, I'm going to tell you this. Email just doesn't work like it used to. It's tough. And those of us that are doing the V marketing, I mean, I can send emails to people, they don't get them. They have to send me one, I have to reply to it. They're constantly honing it down to stop the bad guys from sending stuff in, and it stops a lot of the good as well. And so, it's just watching these mediums go. And, we do SMS, and that's got regulated. And we're doing a great job with our SMS processes. And we're going to be streamlining that even more. But the PBS Vortex, guys, with the things that I'm about to give you guys and release and add, just makes that even more valuable. And we're going to create more ways to create revenue, and we're going to share that with you. And I think I really want to just draw it out and I kind of do a flow chart, because it's taking our marketing. So our philanthropy is to pay for the marketing, right? The paid marketing. And then I take it further, because we're going to try to find ways to constantly increase the productivity of the leads we fund for you. So we partner with you, you work the leads, you get to claim the leads as you build them, as long as you're with us. And we're going to find ways to turn those leads into monetization. And we're sharing it with you on all angles. So the trick is to keep it simple. And that PBS Vortex, the way that it functions, allows us to do all that. So these are all things that I saw when we rolled this out, when we were creating it. I was like, oh my gosh, we could do this, we could do that. And now those things are happening. And so the things that I'm about to release to you guys are just in stride with what we're already doing in the V marketing aspect and utilizing the PBS Vortex. We have statuses. We have things that we do, all for reasons, all for methods. And we're going to have specific things that we can market to them that are going to bring more revenue in. And some of them are going to be, small commissions. Some are going to be sizable commissions, all using data that we fund to create, that we're going to put in this. And we understand the consumerism of the leads and the process. It's just how to market to it. You guys, the reason why we are such a big lead generation company and have all of our things that go in there is because I just see things differently, and I see things in a circular pattern. And that's what our PBS is run in a circular marketing process. I teach it, I train on it from session 2 forward. And it's just how I see the world. When that lead comes in, that lead is a consumer. They may not buy from us today or tomorrow or this month or next year, but if we have the right type of communication with them and the right type of ascension marketing tools that we're implying into the whole process, at some point they're going to become a consumer. So we fund the cost to connect them with us the first time. And then we have drip processes and things that we do. And as we progress from email to SMS, the process is it's changing, and those who adapt win. Well, you guys, I'm going to tell you this, and those who've been here for a long time, I'm not afraid of changing. I'm not afraid of adapting. I usually soar when there's adapting happening. Oh my gosh, you're the best. Thanks, babe. Hot tea, my voice. Okay, so this is going to go by fast. So I want you guys to just know that the process that we're doing and the way we're building the pending BRTs, the pending PBSs, the way that we're building the structure all had this in mind. And now we're starting to execute on it. Now we actually have products we can execute with. Now we're still going to add those products to our PBS because it's a distribution system. But now we have a relationship vetted out through SMS that we can reach out to people that haven't taken action to share specific things that might interest them now. And if it does, it's going to generate revenue. It's going to generate additional interest. And it's going to be one of those things I was going to tell you guys. I'm going to tell you all the lead generation companies that I've competed with over the years, and there's been a lot. There's not one that's out there right now. They've all gone away. They couldn't afford to keep in business. The reason why I could keep in business is because I found a way to make money outside of the direct. I found ways to redirect the marketing from those that didn't buy today to something else tomorrow and really utilize that lead. So why would I change that when that's what's worked? That's been I don't even want to call it a secret sauce. I talked to several of my competitors and even told them this is what I do, and they just couldn't see it, couldn't understand it. They couldn't develop the stuff to go and put the work forward. And you guys, that is the premise of how Triple R even started, is we found a way to, figure out where the lead was at, what to do with the lead, how to monetize the lead outside what the original purpose was. And I can tell you guys, I have so many different courses of lead generation where the initial product doesn't make sense to market by itself, but yet it opens the door for the other products behind it, and then it works. And there's things that I do that actually makes money because of what they don't buy and what they buy after that, not what they initially buy, but the path works properly. I just see it. I understand it. And now I'm starting to incorporate it. And the best part about it is the way that I incorporate it, if it works for me, it's going to work for everyone here because we're all doing the same things. So when I started this, I wanted to help families to make money the way that we were making money and duplicate what I was doing and figure out how to teach what I was doing. And that meant everything that I do. I want my students making money from multiple things that are happening because they're part of the system itself and what it allows to happen, right? I covered this analogy over and over again. So we have new projects coming, and I mean soon, that are going to tie to the PBS Vortex specifically, not only for tracking, but for the marketing purposes of it. And it's going to drive more traffic with high potential clicks with Google AdSense. And then conversion commissions are going to be fat. I've been working on it for a while. It's something I've been working on with our attorney, Jim. I almost want to tell you the genre, but it's something that's related to it's going to work with the lead process that we're bringing in. It's not going to compete with our PBS. If anything, it's going to enhance it, but it's a circular move. Okay, I want to draw out some stuff and show you this. Now, in addition to that, you guys, I'm looking at new things all the time. And I've got something that I am really, really close on adding that's going to help us to promote our SHG program. It's a cross marketing. It is a interesting process, and it'll work perfectly what we're doing, but it's also going to be great for us to drip out in our PBS Vortex as well. So I want you guys to understand this, okay? We are in the business of moving products and services. I know, shocker, right? That's what we do. In case you guys didn't know, we're marketers. We get paid to market products and services. That's what we do. And we are using technology to do it smarter and smarter. Okay. Now we also have this incredible CRM. You guys, we couldn't have done this without the CRM. We all are building our own customer bases outside of the, inside the PBS Vortex, right? Every pending BRT, every pending PBS, every customer that we put into those different sections, and we're going to have additional ones coming. All the PBS underscore or all the PBS Vortex underscore leads that come through the community pages and the new pages we'll be rolling out are all going to be part of this. Now, we have our setup with people with the PBS Vortex. That Vortex is already valuable. But I want you guys to understand, what is the value of a customer? What is the lifetime value of a customer? If this is a term that you don't understand, this is a good learning experience. The lifetime value of a customer is only improved by the more products, industry items, categories you market. People buy from people they know. People buy from someone they've had a good relationship with. People buy from people they have a connection with over a stranger. We're building a marketing process to communicate with. Every BRT that we do, we are part of an ascension marketing, and we are forming a connection with a new person. If they don't buy from us now, they're probably going to buy from us in the future if we nurture that relationship. The CRM allows us to nurture that relationship. And we have a vehicle to communicate with them, which is SMS, which we know we have incredible delivery with. Especially when they respond back and forth and they do what they do. Now, when we add somebody into our team, awesome. They're exposure to everything we have anyway. Now we're growing a team to also expand upon that. And what you need to understand about the leverage, your customer base grows with their customer base as it grows. I need you to understand this, because when we leverage and help others build, we're also building an expanding customer base that benefits us and our families. And I also want to make sure you guys understand that Tanya and I know the value of a customer and a lead better than probably most. And we are sharing it, not hiding it, not keeping it, not hoarding it. We are sharing it with you 100% as our partners. No one else does this. And the things that we're going to be able to add there's things that we don't even know exist yet, folks. And we're going to have a way to deploy it, get it out there, and get it in front of our community members, our customer base we're building with this entire method. Whether they come in from our PBS directly or they come in from the PBS Vortex, we'll call it the lead generation that Tanya and I fund, and you're adding it to your team. So when we tell everybody, build consistently, try to work 100 leads a week, try to do 200 leads a week when you can, and build up those pending BRTs, we're telling you, build consistently so you have a massive customer base to make money on for the rest of your legacy here. This has never been a sprint. It's not a get rich quick, but it's a get rich smart. And the more we build with our team members, all right, I really want to draw some imagery and cover this and just plant the seed. So let me do this, and I'm going to be covering more on these Saturdays as we roll things out. Tuesdays, Saturdays, you guys, we're about to roll out new things. When do we roll out new things, Niall?
Every Tuesday night and only Tuesday night.
We work on them on Saturdays as we need to, because some of these things take a while to implement.
Launched on Tuesday, trained on Saturday.
And we don't just train you, we show you how to build it and deploy it. All right. Now I'm going to just state this. I don't know how to vocalize it properly, and I really want to draw this stuff out. So we might go a little over, and then I'm going to tell you, like, you guys, we have picked up momentum. So we solved a big hurdle in this process, and the process wasn't the system. The system is amazing. The process where we had a problem was us. How do we help more people get past themselves? How do we get past the posture issues and the self-doubt and all the things that cloud people? So we rolled out corrected assisted V marketing. We teach on it, train on it every day. And I'm going to tell you guys, if you're through session 1, you're through session 2, you need to log into your CRM and you need to go into the instructor Zoom Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. Eastern time, and watch our leaders and Edison, because I have him guiding training on how to do assisted V marketing, because this is how we all win with the paid marketing that we have. This is how you can utilize literally thousands of dollars a week for you personally to build your customer base with. You guys, I see it. I know the value of it. And it's just, how do I get you guys to take advantage of it? And we solved it with the assisted V marketing. Now, solving it's one thing. But the law of marketing states no matter how great your process, or no matter how great your service, this is a service, is, or your product is, it will not market itself. It will not sell itself. Someone's got to go do it, right? So I've solved it. Now we just got to hammer it to you, right? Edison is on 11 to 7 doing exactly real-time training. You guys can watch it done so we can help the leaders train. The leaders are training this out there. We have an incredible pattern on it. And you guys are going to hear me talk about it like a broken record, because teaching you guys is going to be all about repetition. And I want every single student doing it, because if they do, they're going to win. I don't care if you're introverted. I don't care if you're not overly extroverted. I don't care if you have disabilities. That it doesn't matter. If you can type, you can use your mouse, you can use Dragon software to move around the screen, you can win with us here. And we're going to do it in multiple areas, not just the performance blogging system and everything that allows us to do as a digital press, but in the marketing technologies that are attached to it and that are part of that PBS vortex. You guys, I'm gonna, man, I really want to draw this picture out, but I just want to make sure I cover these points. We are going to be selling courses. Okay, we talked about it. You guys, this SEO course is better than anything on the planet that we've seen. It's built, you guys, Daniel is an absolute one of a kind. His mind is insanely awesome. He's pretty much a savant. And I got to tell you this, I always wanted him close, because you meet somebody that's like special. And I know Niall talks about it. You get that. Like, you find people in your life that are amazing and you want to keep them close. And you guys, Daniel's mind, what he just showed me, and we went through over the last couple of weeks, and we're ready to roll this out. And I just had a feeling like we got to wait. I know it's done. The course is there. You know, Sheila's been going through it, and I know waiting on it. And I have people asking, like, when are we getting it? And I just got to tell you guys, something wasn't right? Follow the gut. And it wasn't the content. I was like, man, I know we got this. We got this thing lined up. We know how to track everything. And then this project stuff came out there, and better technology has been played with, and the way that it works with incredible tools that no one else on the planet has but us. Solid proprietary things, you guys. And it just works better in a different environment. So we're building a whole new environment, which means we're probably going to need to re-sign up in Teachable World, however this is going to transform. But it puts us in a situation, you guys, it gives us a value platform for our Brain Food Academy and everything that we're doing in coursework, selling information and education to the new level. You guys, I can tell you that, you know, I got to tell you, it is such a geek fest when Daniel and I are developing and pushing stuff and pushing the limits. And it's unbelievable what this is. Like, I'm in awe, and I knew it was coming. I saw how it works, and it's fully deployable. And I'm watching this thing run, and what it means for us as far as things for us to market. And I already know how we're going to monetize it. I already know what it means for everybody here. It's just more income, no more overhead, and better utilization of our leads to just maximize the productivity of it. That's how you win, right? As a CEO, my main jobs or roles, as you want to call it, is to decrease our overhead. Always. Make our cost of business as low as possible. Automate anything that can be automated and increase profits everywhere I can. And we've been doing a bang up job of it. But when we launched that, you guys, when we built that CRM and everything that we knew we could do with it, we created a lot of potential income for everybody. And you guys know how much I love the fact that when I'm creating more revenue streams, I'm not doing it for me. I'm not doing it for Tanya and I. I'm not just doing it for my grandkids. I'm doing it for everybody here. The energy that creates is unfreaking believable. It is happiness because I know the impact it's going to have to our families. All right, so we got more people utilizing the V marketing. We have people that are making strides that didn't make them before. We've solved it. We got to get everybody on board with that. And as you're doing the V marketing, even if you feel like you're not winning because you're struggling to get things going, you are winning. You are winning in the way we stack this up and the way we do things. You are winning. And as you and it's a win for everybody involved. Like and so some of it won't realize is money for a while. That's how things go. You know, I know I talk about it in my book. Ford, Chevy marketed to us when we were little kids in freaking diapers, okay? They did everything they could to get product in front of us, get their name in front of us for years. That's effective marketing. We do that here too. We got people that come in years later, and the thing is those who stick around get paid because that's how things work. You know, I already have a new vehicle that I want to buy for Tanya and I to cruise around in. I'm not buying it tomorrow. I'll buy it when I want to buy it, but I already in my mind know what I want, right? We all kind of do. We plan things out, right? And so but it doesn't mean I'm going to buy it tomorrow, but I will buy that vehicle next. And it's already and I look at it, you know, big decisions. You know, people think about where they're going to live, where their dream life would be, where they want to retire. All sorts of decisions take time to actually pull the trigger on, but you've mentally, emotionally already bought. We have people that emotionally buy to work with us and add this to their thing. They got to get ready for it. We do the work, but we still are building a relationship to drip out there. All right, I'm gonna share this. I'm gonna draw. Right. First, I want to just pull up something. I'm going to go to my dashboard on Rory 3. You guys saw me working on this. I did some stuff on Saturday. I'm going to go to pages. I'm going to go to all pages. If this is what I do, if you want to know what you're working on, I'm going to come here. I'm going to go all dates. I'm going to look at June. What have I done in June? And this. How building V marketing creates income. I'm going to open that link in a new tab. I built this out and completed it from the training I did a while ago. And this just walks you guys through this process. And I'm just trying to spell it out more. It needs a video. Let me look at my video notes. I'm going to do a video on this. And the thing about it is do I train this? I've trained it over and over again. Hold on. How? And I had a plan for this because what I'm about to roll out is just an addition to this. It's going to be an additional thing on here. So I'm in edit mode. Okay, it gets better, and I wanted just to keep adding to this, so I got to come here. I made that. I'm screaming, and I kind of wanted to scream. I'm gonna make the text black. I'm gonna make the background. I'm gonna go yellow, but I want to make it like a vibrant yellow. So I'm gonna come in here. Now vibrant. Let's see. Yeah, like that. I want to make this like I'm gonna go to yeah, there we go. There we go. Okay. And I walk you guys through all this. We're gonna spend more time on it. But I'm gonna go here to pictures. Now I draw the pictures. I like to use Google Docs for it. I've gotten really good at it. For me, like I find this, you find a way to do a drawing. I'm gonna do a new. I kind of want you guys to visualize this with me. So, this is my whiteboard, but I'm also building this in a training page we can go back to over and over again. This is, to me, it's, I think this way. I think of everything in these circular ways because if I can't make money with it doing it, like it's wasteful anyway. Like if you spent all this time and energy to do something, if it doesn't work out, what do you do with the stuff that didn't work out? I don't want to waste it and throw it away. I've watched people throw away business income and resources so wastefully, and then they go out of business and they could have maintained their business. They probably could have found a way to make even more money than what their main business was if they would have just treated the resources properly. The value of a lead is immense. Every person we reach out to is worth something, and it all adds up. Every penny BRT you have, whether they show up or not, has value, has a lifetime customer value. And I got a couple tidbits, and I need you guys to just like we're gonna have fun going through this. Here goes. I'm gonna do a flow chart. Round that out a little bit. We're gonna do some labeling. I really like Calibri, so we're gonna switch it to Calibri and a little smaller. Go 9, and I'm just gonna go bold, and I'm gonna go PBS student lead. Okay, I gotta stress that out. Yes, I cannot believe how many aren't taking full advantage of this when we fund the marketing. And I'm just gonna take a moment to state we fund the marketing for you to take advantage of it and to use it to build your fortunes with us as partners. So when you don't use it, you're taking resources that you are being given to build with us and you're wasting them. That's how I look at it. I don't look at it like, oh, I don't want to waste their money. I don't want to, break something. No, we know you're going to learn with it. We understand it better than anyone. And I also know the value of it when we build it properly. And there is so much to go around. It's incredible. Have you logged in the PBS Vortex and look how many leads we're working? We can't even get a hold of them all. There's so much to go around. Okay, I'm going to try to do this flow chart here. and try to make it all pretty at the same time. Okay. The pink, yeah. So I think this will work for the moment. I'm gonna do my little snipping tool. I just want to put a flow chart on this, right? And snip. That's something else that's coming out. So let's see. And I'm going to keep training on you guys and creating this document. And let me share the page. Um, let me also save this. You guys can follow this, and whenever I can build a page like this, because like this is something good, I can like, you know, the sooner we can show it all. Look, I got all sorts of Google AdSense on this one too. That's fine. That's great. I love seeing that. I'll put this in chat, right? And what I want you guys to understand, right, is and here's my interesting. Oh, did it save? Look, I got a 94 score on this. Crazy. Um, we bring the leads in. We have an amazing process on that. We're adding 1,000 to 2,000 a day here, and then they're made available, and you guys just get to work them. And based on how they work, we just put them into a process. And because of the stats, it's all running, and there's actually a lot more to it. But I want you guys to kind of visualize it. So when you're doing the V marketing, you got to understand you're building an incredible future by doing the work. We're building ascension. You guys aren't funding the marketing, and there's a couple key points that I start pointing out there. Um, those who take advantage of this, those that build it, the future just gets bigger. When I reach out with some of these, like I'm going to bring in a new widget. We'll call it a new widget, and this widget's going to be fun. But if you only have 5 or 10 people to drip it to, that doesn't go very far, right? But if you got 500, 1,000, 2,000 that you've built over a year, 2 years to drip it on, it's going to happen. And we're going to have some of these things that you're just going to deploy once and make extra hundreds or thousands of dollars, all utilizing the PBS Vortex to send out a text and send them to a page that explains it all. And because of the way we're going to communicate, share stuff, it's going to be like that. You guys, that PBS Vortex system is absolutely underpriced for what it does. And it's going to turn into one of our biggest parts of what we do. And you guys, it's always in the follow-up. It's always in the systems. I don't care about email follow-up as much anymore. It just doesn't work. SMS works. and if it's organized and properly, utilized, it's very effective what it can do. All right, I have so much to train you guys on. Um, the new course stuff is coming. Don't miss a Tuesday. And I will see you guys. Those that made the like you guys, our numbers are like we have a lot more new students coming in. We're back to some really high numbers, and those that got at least one PBS in the last period, you know who you are. Everybody else, keep reporting in. Accountability is key. We're gonna do everything we can to get you guys on board with this. The Millionaire course. Oh, I'm gonna drop a couple nuggets today just for your guys' ears only.